What's up, people of YouTube? It's your boy M. Lee with Little M. Lee right here. Car vlog number 2. You understand? Inside this car vlog, I want to talk about finishing school. At least our first topic, about finishing school. People don't understand how important school is. I mean, I always somehow understood the importance of school because I made sure I finished high school. It took me 2 times. Like, I flunked twice, in the 10th grade and in the 12th grade. 10th grade, I was messing around, ditching, want to hang out with friends and stuff like that, skipping school. You better not be doing that. You already know what I'm going to do. But, and just want to hang out and have fun instead of, go to class and stuff. And in the 12th grade, they messed up my classes that I needed to require to graduate. And that really hurt me, like, completely. That was, like, one of the worst days of my life. But, yeah, man, so finishing school is more important than people think. And it's also starting to be, like, really not that relevant to jobs anymore. First, it was like, as long as you got a high school diploma. Now it's like you got to have more than that now to have a basic job. So, because people look at you like, if you don't finish school, then you're not smart. Like, you don't know nothing because school is so basic. And you realize how basic school is once you get older, and you realize how much stuff you don't actually know. School only teaches you only 1% of all the things you can learn. All the history, all the anything you can learn, even about inventors and stuff like that. That's only like 1%. Like, there's so much stuff you can learn outside of school. That's why, like, I always watch, like, mostly educational stuff when I'm watching TV. I don't watch all that little everything else, all these little TV shows, ratchet shows and stuff like that. My favorite channels are Discovery, History, Travel, Military, Nova, Science, and the news. Those are my favorite channels. Sci-fi channel as well. And every once in a while I watch other stuff just for the heck of it, but all in all I don't really watch TV that much unless it's like something like that. And I only watch TV about an hour or 2 a week. I only watch TV like 2 hours a week. That's when my gas and electric don't be high at all. I don't even watch TV. I got 2 big TVs for nothing. I don't watch TV like that. Paying for cable, paying like $80-something for cable for nothing pretty much. And you only watch a couple of channels, so it's like paying all that money for nothing, really. I can let them watch cartoons or watch stuff on YouTube. I need my internet on. I'm always making YouTube videos because I need that on. And speaking of YouTube videos, a couple of opportunity opened up for me. Can't really speak on it yet because I'm not trying to get myself excited until it actually happens. That's how I am. I learned to not count my chickens before they hatch. Yeah. It's a huge opportunity that I landed across, and just by I keep telling you guys, keep doing what you do. Like, being lazy is not gonna let nobody see your hard work. Your hard work is gonna pay off. The more and more you put yourself out there, the more and more you keep grinding, the more and more people are gonna see you and stuff like that. And eventually they're gonna take note to everything you've been doing, and anything that you like doing, you just gotta stay doing it. Somebody gonna see it. And if somebody don't see it, you still gotta do what you gotta do, until you make it to where you're going. But right now I'm on my way to go washing. I'm about to go wash. Right now I'm gonna go get some gas first. About to get some gas, go washing, come back home, make a little something to eat, edit some video, and chill, Pulling up to a gas station right in Nizzity. About to spend my last little piece of mizzity. Last little piece of money. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm a pimp, motherfucker. I'm a pimp. It's like, nah. Alright, while I get the gas, you talk to the people on YouTube about some whatever you want to say. Talk about some stuff. Ain't nobody else out here.
Well,
Pop this.
I know my mom and dad won't get back together. Well, I'm sorry for my mom, but I really love my dad. Really love my dad. He's just the best dad I ever heard. And I want my dad and mom to be back together. And I need to try to get my mom and dad back together. Just try your best. All kids have no father or mother. Even my dad didn't get to see his own father. And I don't want to happen to me because it's just a sad family. I wish my mom was a good woman. I wish she could still work at UCSD.
Are you talking?
Yes. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It was just a good day that I didn't cry for my mom. Nothing. It's just we have to be back together. Together is the right thing. Right, Dad?
Yep.
Right things.
That's right. You hear that?
Everything can change. Change around here. We just need
Make a change. Sorry.
Make a change.
See, I'm glad I grew up the way I grew up. You know, single mom before. Me, no, I'm not a single mom before. My mom's single mom before. You know, and I've seen what she went through. And people say guys are weak if you love real hard like a woman loves a man. If you love a woman like a woman loves a man, real hard and stuff, like, oh, you weak. Actually, no, you're strong, because it takes strength to love somebody. Like, it takes a lot of strength to love, because it's really hard to love or whatever. That's something that's kind of hard. It's kind of like that feeling that you have is kind of like almost scary, because like you don't really want that feeling. Like, you don't like that feeling, so you kind of like push it away. But like, I don't really care, because if it wasn't for me growing up the way I grew up and stuff, without a dad, single mother of four, I wouldn't have taken care of my son the way I'm taking care of him. Even his mom wouldn't be trusting me with him like she do or whatever. I mean, I pretty much take care of both of them, because like little do y'all know, I've been knowing his mom ever since we were both young. I was 18, she was 14. I mean, not 14, she was 15, and I was 18 when we first got introduced to each other and stuff like that. And you know, so way back then, break up to make up, you know, stuff like that had happened, of course, but like, and we broke up now, but you know, it's all good though. You know, God is working things out. I'm just, you know, I can have this female, that female trying to talk to me every day. You know, 6 foot tall dude, or 5'5", 11.5 inches tall black dude, handsome. You know, don't gang bang, don't smoke, don't drink on occasion. Who the hell don't want that? Cooks, clean, takes care of his kids, wash. Even when I was with we all three of us was together, I did all that stuff. It's just that when you know somebody for a super long time, they want to try something different. You know, they be, okay, well, yeah, I can see myself marrying you. Of course, you've been here for me and my son all this time, but I want to have fun. I don't want to sit down and, damn, it's dark. Hold that thought, people. It's like, I don't want to sit down and, like, you know, yet. I don't want to sit down yet. I know we kind of been already doing that, but now when the big M comes into question, it's like, first I was excited, but now I don't know. And that's not a bad thing. At first, I was like super irritated about it, and the whole thing is a bad thing. It is a bad thing, the whole situation, but at the same time, the thought of that person, what the person is having, is not a bad thing, because it happens to everybody every single day. And it took me a little bit of praying, a little bit of, you know, just talking to people, and I mean, that's what happens. It's a natural thing that happens inside people's minds and stuff like that. Same thing when it comes to when a dude can really, really love a girl, I really, really like a girl, but as soon as she say, oh, I'm pregnant, he's bouncing. Most times they get scared. That's a natural thing. That doesn't make it right, because it's natural. It's just, but it's a common thing that happens. Or, you know, a girl asks a dude, oh, hey, do you really love me? Yeah, I do. You know I love you. All right, so I'm thinking about getting married and stuff. What do you think about that? And start getting scared. You know, it's one of those things where, okay, I'm getting locked up for life. You know, all these little sexy girls with booty shorts on, and dang, this other girl that I know named Tamika that been hollering at me, and the other girl across town, and you know, these parties I be going to, grinding on these girls' booty cheeks and stuff. It's like you think about all that stuff, you know. But me as a man, like I'm too old for that. I'm family man and stuff like that. Like I want to have a family. I don't got time for all this running around stuff. And even when I was younger, I didn't have time for it. Because of the way I grew up. Like I said, I grew up single mom of 4. I don't know how many times I got to stress that. Seeing what she went through, seeing how, you know, dude to dude, all they doing is, you know, they there for what they can get, and that's that. And you know, they ain't really about nothing, even though they said they was about something from the start. So any girl I really felt I had a connection with, I just tried to, you know, chop it. I mean, not chop it like in a bad way, but like chop it up with them and like, you know, really be there for them and like be a long-term thing, not just little bouncing around type stuff, you know. But, you know, you miss out on a lot of things, whether you're positive or negative. I mean, by not being the kind of person that bounces around, by not being that kind of person that try to stay committed, you get a chance of talking to all kind of different girls, all kind of different, you know, races and looks and styles of different girls and stuff, because you're the type of guy that bounce around. That's the good thing about that. You get to explore more. But the negative about that is you really don't have nobody that you had a real full connection with. So there's always a trade-off, you know, just like with me. The trade-off with me, the bad thing is that, you know, I spend a lot of time with each girl, and they always sometimes they end up being for nothing. You know, you be with a girl for 6 months, 1 year, and that's a whole chunk of time you could have been using to date this girl, date that girl, talk to this girl, chop it up with that girl, and stuff like that. So it's just, and the good part to that is that you know how to be a committed person to who you with, and that's training you to be committed when you do actually decide to settle down and get married and have kids. So it's a trade-off to everything. Being here taking care of my son and not running off is, you know, making me, you know, a better person, better man. He's gonna grow up to be way better than, you know, he ever could have been, you know, without, you know, having somebody like this in his life. So anyways, people of YouTube, it's me, your boy M. Lee. About to get up and get up out of here and go washing. Put something inside my belly.
Yep.
And get out of hell.
He's a weird one.
All right.